Well, hello everyone, Father Hoffa here with your next installment of WWW Wednesday Walking with the Word. Quite a whirlwind tour. Last week I came to you from Dallas, Texas. Yesterday and Monday I was in Washington, D.C. for Diocesan Pilgrimage Directors Conference. But here, back at Holy Guardian Angels, and happy to be with you, meditating and walking with the Word today. In the Gospel today, we hear Jesus say that he did not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. And we also hear from Jesus that we are not called to bring anyone to sin. And when I hear that, one of the things I think about is the fact of example matters. Think about the people in your life who gave you a good example. Parents, siblings, maybe a teacher or a coach, or someone who was a mentor or a grandparent, and the list goes on. We have plenty of people in our life who give us a good example, and we look back fondly about those good examples. But then also, our memory allows us to be mindful of people who gave us bad example. Maybe there's things that we do as parents that we wouldn't have done that are different from how our parents did it. And again, maybe it isn't even that it was a bad example. Maybe it's just different, and we want to live our lives in a different way. Well, today, when Jesus says, don't lead any of these little ones to sin, because that would be a grave sin, to be that near occasion of sin or that bad example, it's important for us to make sure that we remember that the world is watching. Now, sometimes this can be cause anxiety and panic for people because, oh my gosh, everybody's watching. They're watching what I'm doing. It's not to cause that. More, it is to let us know that, especially for the young people are watching what we're doing. But here's the thing. We also need to be watching, and we need to fill our lives with good examples, things that remind us and reinforce the gospel message so that we live out that good way of living in our life. And also that we just basically look to Jesus, because Jesus is always going to be the one who we need to follow. And that whole thing that Jesus says in the beginning about him coming to be the fulfillment of the law, that he wasn't there to abolish it. The people, they just wanted this whole new way of life that was going to happen in an instant and snap. Listen, God throughout the Old Testament had been setting up all of the things that he needed for his people to be able to thrive. And yet they pushed away, and they thought the Messiah, he was going to sweep it all away and everything was going to be made better. But what they didn't understand is that they were still going to have to deal with their free will and with their human weakness, with that thing we call concupiscence, the inclination to sin. And so it is important for us to make sure that as every human being has that concupiscence, that inclination to sin, we are filling our lives with people who are going to give us the right example of how to live our lives in a good way. And we are also giving that good example to others. And so follow Jesus. He's always the best example. Fill your life with good people who are going to be a good example. Be a good example to others. Make sure that you have custody of your actions and words. And you know what? That's going to be a great plan, because you won't be leading others to sin. You'll be leading others to Jesus, because you know how he acts. You act like he acts, and other people are going to act like you because they want to be like Jesus too. This has been another edition of WWW Wednesday Walking with the Word. God bless you and have a wonderful day.